ये ऐसी लड़कियां करती हैं, अच्छे घराने की लड़कियां नहीं। ऐसी लड़कियों के साथ ना ऐसा ही होता है।
Please quiet, Rajveer. Please.
ऐसा नहीं होता है।
Oh, the lawyer's trying to get him to shut up. Hey everyone, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we are watching Pink. This is part 3. So if you haven't watched part 1 or part 2, you can check them out. The link is always in the description below this video. And yeah, so let's finish it. और अगर अब तक नहीं किया, subscribe कीजिए, share कीजिए और like button पर थप्पड़ मारो.
Your virginity, Miss Aurora. At 19, Your Honor, she was an adult. Who was the boy?
He should have prepared her for this, like told her he was going to ask.
तो उसने आपको pay नहीं किया. He did not pay you. Did he force you?
This is an interesting direction he's going.
कभी थे.
तो थे. You just admitted that. तो मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहता हूँ, Miss मीनल अरोरा की
Do you charge all of them?
एक fairly promiscuous लड़की है और एक बार और अगर ये हो जाता है तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? मैं समझ
Okay.
The accused Rajveer Singh and his friends उस दिन उस वक्त आपने क्या ऐसा किया?
And
What did you say, Miss Meenal Arora? What did you tell
Man,
him?
he is aggressive with her.
Come on, you gotta stand up, girl, and say exactly what you said.
Will you say that loud enough for the court to hear, Miss Meenal Arora? What did you say?
If you said it, no.
No. No.
No.
It's hard to relive it
I
though.
get it, I
going
get it,
back
I
to
get
that
it,
in her
but-
head, and it's hard to say.
And he's trying to provoke her, I think, to.
No.
And there was a physical push away.
उसके बाद राजवीर सिंह ने बहुत ही गंदे तरीके से उसे टच किया. She was humiliated.
Shocked, little drunk.
अब कैरेक्टर की निशानी माना जाता है लड़कियों के लिए.
And
लड़कों
that's
के
the
लिए.
key.
लड़कों पे.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to boys. Yeah, it's.
लड़कियों के लिए.
Yeah.
लड़कियों को नहीं करना चाहिए. इससे इनका तो कुछ नहीं बिगड़ता है लेकिन लड़के जो हैं उनको खतरा.
That did look like he was getting
Indigestion
indigestion.
going, I'm losing this case here.
शहर में लड़कियों को अलग नहीं रहना चाहिए. अकेले नहीं रहना चाहिए. लड़के रह सकते हैं, लड़कियां नहीं. Independent लड़कियां जो हैं
Yeah.
वो.
They don't ask that about the boys. Like, why aren't you living with your
Yeah.
parents? Why are you with the girls?
एक लड़की क्या करेगी ऐसे मौके पर? What do you expect her to do?
Use force.
Not that at all.
I like that he's finding his voice.
मगर इन्हीं के अकॉर्डिंग इनकी साथी तो होश में थी. फलक अली ने क्यों नहीं तोड़ी बोतल विश्वा के सर?
She wasn't the one being accosted.
आप किसी प्रोफेसर जावेद को जानती?
What? Do you?
Yeah, Javed, the guy that she went
दोस्त हैं.
to
दोस्त हैं या
the
दोस्त से
apartment that I thought
Yeah.
they might have had an affair.
थोड़े बड़े भी हैं उम्र में आपसे. डिवोर्स भी हैं और एक बच्ची के
I'm sorry, but वो उनका पर्सनल मैटर है.
Yeah, what does that matter?
ऐसे कैसे बातें कर सकते हैं
उसके
लड़की के
बाद
बारे?
ये कुछ बैंक स्टेटमेंट है जो मैं कोर्ट के सामने रखना चाहूंगा. इनसे इनकी एग्जैक्ट
Uh-oh.
उनके अकाउंट से ओवर द इयर्स मतलब 1-2 साल में हर महीने 25,000 रुपए ट्रांसफर हुए हैं. इसका मतलब बताएंगे आप?
Oh no.
क्या इसलिए आप उस रात अंडर के बाद कमरे से भाग गए?
Objection.
सर, एक एक करके एक लड़की जा रही है कमरे से बाहर.
Objection, Your Honor.
हमने इनके मेडिकल बिल सबमिट.
Let him say his objection. Jeez, man.
Your Honor, I
अरे
object.
सर, प्लीज एक्सेप्ट कि आपकी आय का जरिया यही है. ऐसे ही पैसे कमाती हैं आप.
How is he not stopping him to hear the objection?
लिए हैं, पैसे लिए हैं, हरगिज पैसे लिए हैं. अगर नहीं लिए होते तो ये सब कुछ होता ही नहीं. आप जाते अपने घर पे, वो जाते अपने घर पे. आपने शरीफ और इनसेंट लड़कों को
This guy is a maniac.
उनका चलना उठना काटना भगाना हो गया.
What?
Your Honor, I wish to talk to my client,
No,
please.
sir, please. I want to say this, and I have to say this.
What? What happened?
हमने पैसे मांगे भी और लिए भी.
I don't know.
She withdrew her consent, sir. उसने उसे ना बोला, लगातार ना बोला. उसके बावजूद इस आदमी ने राजवीर उसे छूता रहा, सर वो.
They did ask for money. I mean,
Palak Ali, please step down.
okay, so maybe they were saying, okay, if you're not interested, maybe I give you money. Will you take the money? And they say, yeah, okay, we'll do it.
Jesus. Yeah.
But if you change your mind, you withdraw consent and try to give money back. I don't know.
Yeah. She just.
This session of the court is adjourned.
Well, she just nuked the whole entire thing for, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. She and that was the thing, is she lost her cool on the phone, and that I should have read that a little bit differently, because she felt guilty, and yeah.
So that's maybe why Andrea was crying so much, is because she just felt guilty for doing it, not that it was her remembering.
Yeah, she may have thrown them all in jail, you know, and proved them guilty of basically the prostitution charge, which I mean, at this point, they're not going to walk away from that.
Well, she said she changed her mind, though. But she said just Minal changed her mind. Means the others.
I get it when you're trapped in a financial situation, but again, this is that whole dilemma of doing something for a good cause, but yet at the same time, it you know, it.
You're like, damn, they just made my life so hard.
They haven't picked on.
सब तो मान ही रहे. मेरा
Yep.
मानना कौन सी बड़ी बात है?
So they didn't. Oh man, did they not? I don't know. Did she say it just to get it over with?
Yeah, I wondered what that relationship was, and obviously she.
So were they not broken up? Maybe that was a lie.
आपका बयान है ये
मैंने इस केस में कहा था, बाकी डिपेंड करता है.
बाकी डिपेंड करता है.
But not this one?
बिल्कुल हो सकता था, लेकिन उस दिन ऐसा नहीं हुआ.
उस दिन ऐसा नहीं हुआ. Oh, sorry.
So it's one person's say against another?
तो इन लोगों की तरह मेरा भी कोई कैरेक्टर नहीं है. यही प्रूफ करना चाहते हैं ना आप?
He's gonna take your character down.
प्रूफ करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Oh, I like that jab.
मैं गुस्सा नहीं हो रहा हूँ. इन सब पर्सनल बातों का क्या मतलब है?
राजवीर, आपको अक्सर ये गुस्सा.
Oh, he dropped his last name.
बार बार वही बात क्यों रिपीट कर रहे हो तुम?
Tum.
मैं तो आपसे बड़ी.
He didn't say up. He said tum.
तुमसे यही उम्मीद थी.
Yep.
राजू जी.
I caught that too when he said tum. I'm like, oh, bro, you getting too.
अंड्रिया की फोटो तो नहीं थी.
We all were drinking.
नहीं, पर उसे आपने क्यों ड्रिंक बनाया?
We all were drinking, so I offered out of courtesy.
And you're getting married? Bro.
अगर आपने देखा कि मीनल जो है वो एक पैक बना रही है और शराब पी रही है, तो आपको ऐसा क्यों नहीं लगा कि ये तो खराब लड़की है, आप उठ के चले क्यों नहीं गए?
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's what he wants to paint them as.
आपके घर में लड़कियां शराब पीती हैं.
Look at him clench his jaw.
खास तौर से वो जो ड्रिंक करती हैं, वो आपके लिए पुश्तैनी हक बन जाता है आपका. यह आपकी बहन की तस्वीर है एक पार्टी में शराब पीते हुए.
Oh, yeah?
तुम इससे बात कर. मुझे पता नहीं तू किससे बात कर रहा है, समझा? क्या लाइन ऑफ क्वेश्चन?
Did he just threaten?
Yeah. Did they catch it?
ये ऐसी लड़कियां करती हैं, अच्छे घराने की लड़कियां नहीं। ऐसी लड़कियों के साथ ना ऐसा ही होता है।
Please quiet, Rajveer. Please.
ऐसा नहीं होता है।
Oh, the lawyer's trying to get him to shut up?
Rajveer, stop.
भी नहीं।
क्या मतलब है इस बलात्कार का? यहाँ पर किसी से भी पूछ लो, ऐसी लड़कियों के साथ ना ऐसा ही होता है।
Oh.
जाता है इनको।
Rajveer.
Prashant ji,
Oh,
अपने
they
client
didn't
को
even say the
control
word.
कीजिए, please.
No, you could have read his lips though.
I couldn't, I was reading.
It was not very nice.
Thank you.
I thought he was going to hit him.
I thought he was too.
That is exactly what happened, Your Honor. That is exactly what happened. इन्हीं छोटी-छोटी बातों से डिसाइड कर लेते हैं कि कौन सी लड़की अच्छी है और किस लड़की के साथ ये लिबर्टी ले सकते हैं।
What more evidence do you need? That guy just said it plainly.
Yeah.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
They were available for our use and pleasure.
Because they're not decent
Decent.
and they deserve it.
Yeah.
That's what he says. Oh, clearly showed his true colors there. That was perfect.
Nice home. She passed. Oh.
चुप नहीं रहती, बल्कि खुद चल के पुलिस के पास जाती, जो कि मेरे क्लाइंट ने किया। After all, राजवीर सिंह एक रेपुटेबल फैमिली से है।
Already proved that he did not do that.
Right.
बल्कि इनको भी कम से कम 6 महीने की सजा दी जाए, ताकि ये आगे से ऐसी हरकत करने से बाज।
Mr. Saigal,
And he was just hit with a heavy loss too. How was this?
And when someone says so,
You must respect and honor them. You stop. Yeah.
we'll take a short break. उसके बाद कोर्ट अपना फैसला सुनाएगी।
That was his closing statement. I mean, it was good, but he didn't talk about.
सेक्शन 324 के अंदर मीना अरोरा, फलक अली
For prostitution, they're going to get it.
for sentencing and announce the quantum of the sentence.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be getting married in a how long,
No.
long was it? A couple weeks, month, whatever it was. Oh, no means no.
सर जी
I'm gonna explain what I think happened to him. Man, that's so intense. Like, how do you even move forward from that? That just took up so
Yeah.
much of their lives.
Well,
And in the public eye, it was on news and all that.
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, the girls, they're the type of girls. Yeah.
Oh, that guy's like the cringiest
Oh,
too.
yeah. He's got like no game. She's got
Oh, she was okay. So
she
it
did
was
need to
that
go
way.
pee, and he's like, "Let me show you." Yeah. He's like
Trying to
"Yeah,
act
I'm-
big in front
yeah.
of his boys. Again, like trying to act so macho, like, and wow, that was a lot worse. Yeah, there's no choice. Like, you hit him with a bottle, for sure. You have to. I mean, whatever you got.
It's a little bit of fight and flee.
की खोज में निकल तो किस लिए हताश है
Is this a poem?
तेरे वजूद
So-
की समय को भी
This sounds like Sanskrit to me because I don't understand it. So I think this might be from scripture.
चुनर गिरी तो एक भूकंप आएगा एक भूकंप आएगा
Or if not Sanskrit, then Shud Hindi because I can't understand it. Oh, that was a hard one.
It was hard.
Hard to watch. All right.
There were some squirm moments for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to be watching this.
So you know how emotional he got at the end with his
Yes,
closing
yes.
statement? This is what I think happened.
Okay.
Is he was saying no means no,
Right.
whether it's a girlfriend, any of that.
friends,
and then when he got to wife, he kind of hesitated and started thinking. And I think his wife was
Life support?
Life support. And that she said that no, like I don't want to go on because it's getting tough, or I don't want more medical treatment. Like her
Right.
saying she wants to go home, but maybe she needed to be in the hospital, but she's like, enough's enough, and no, I don't want any more.
Right.
Because when he got choked up, when he's like, no, even a wife, and I think that is what happened, because
Yeah.
I started thinking, I'm like, why? What was that? Like, oh, why?
Yeah.
Like, because he paused by it, and I think that's why. And
Yeah.
I mean,
I go with that. I would go with that. We kept seeing this glimpse of her coming in and out, and it wasn't clear what was going on. But
Yeah.
obviously, she was not doing very well because
Right.
she was talking before, and when the girls came, she couldn't talk, and she could just offer the Jim Jams.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So because this was making a couple statements, and I think the theme of the movie is definitely about women's right to like their own body and their personal space. Basically, not be seen as different for doing the same thing someone else can just because you're a woman, right?
Right.
And respecting the decision, respecting their will, right?
Right.
Basically. And so I think they even brought that in with his wife, and just even though it wasn't like taking the forefront because
Right.
there were a lot of other issues going on, but I think that's why we kept like going over to her and seeing like his situation, because again, respecting, look, I could be completely misreading the situation. The whole movie I was trying to figure out what is the significance to show this part of his life,
Right.
because they spend a good amount of the movie going back and forth. So it's like that had to mean something, and this is what I thought it meant, but
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong.
I think you are right about it. I definitely kind of got that vibe, particularly when he's like falling asleep there overnight, wanting to be beside her. People generally do that when they are really, really concerned
And at the
that
end.
someone will leave without saying goodbye. So I definitely think that's what was going on there. Overall, very much, I love the way the handbook, that was really, I was hoping that he was going to come up with like the 12 rules of the woman's handbook and, use that as part of his closing argument. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it would just reinforce everything that he said. I also like how he disproved the report. I would have thought that he would have tried to disprove some of the experts or the witnesses, and maybe not necessarily disprove them, but at least show their bias.
Right.
Okay, and I think that was the one element that constantly kept coming through for me, the bias from everyone involved, be it even the judge at a certain point showed certain elements of bias. Obviously the prosecutor had lots of bias, and he's working for his client.
Well,
and,
yeah, I mean,
and-
it's
yeah.
his job, though. He's
Yeah,
getting
but-
paid to make his clients look good.
Yeah, and then I think with that bias also comes the systematic part of it all, because the sheer fact that the female officer, police officer, was coerced, pressured, whatever, to basically, falsify a report, even though as a woman, she should have been maybe a little bit more open to,
Yeah,
and you
but
did
when it
see,
comes
but did you
from
you
the
did
top.
see a little bit of that when she said, yeah, let him see her for 2 minutes. That was probably, a little bit of empathy, but at the same time, I can't give any more than that. I'm going to continue to help the systematic bias and culture continue. And just like,
So, what would you rate it?
I'm going to give this an 8. Acting was incredible. And I love the dialogue. Courtroom dialogue can be kind of boring sometimes.
Yeah.
And this was very dramatic, and it was squirmable at times.
Yeah.
I'm like going, I do not want to sit through this. And you?
I will give it a 9 because I like that they didn't just do it linearly, like have it start in this area and then go into the court, and then the whole second half is going to be the court. I like that they were in and out of the courtroom, that it was showing other parts, so it wasn't just like, oh, here's the second half, which is going to be the court and all that. But I really wish that the cop, I forgot her name, but the lady cop, it was clearly falsified the report, and there should be a punishment for that. How was she not punished? Like that should
That was
have
a part of
come
me
up.
going, I mean, if that happens in a courtroom,
Yeah.
those officers in the U.S. are arrested
Yeah,
for
there should be charges against her
brought
immediately,
against
and
them.
I wish there was like an after-credit scene or something like that,
You know?
that she's like taken away from her desk and she's packing up her desk or something.
Yeah.
Because like, that's ridiculous. And to let that stand, it's like, oops, I was caught.
Yeah.
Because that was her attitude on the stand. She was like, well, I'm just really fast. Oh, you don't believe that? Well, okay.
Yeah.
And that just kind of really sucked. So I was really upset that there was no sort of mention of her losing her job, getting some sort of fines, getting, I mean, some sort of punishment, because that is the worst. And this whole movie would not have happened if the cops wouldn't have done that shit and they would have done their job, like from the very first when she was trying to file that report with the dude in the beginning. So really, who should have been punished? We all want the guy to be punished. I mean, okay, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for the guy. Let's just say that. Of course.
The guys, the boys club.
Yeah, the boys club. But let's say that did happen. The rest of the movie wouldn't have happened if the cops would have just done their job. So what the heck? Yes, we wanted the dude punished, but the cops also should have been punished. Okay, that aside, I really liked the dialogue as well. I liked the meaning. I liked the theme. The theme was really good, and I feel like there might not be enough movies trying to explain this topic. So, I mean, I really like that they tackled this because, I mean, for us, I mean, I don't know, we can only assume what it can feel like, you know, because when we go out, we have certain people see us in certain ways, and they see that you're a guy, and they're like automatically assume things because you're a guy. Then they see you're a woman, they automatically assume things like, what is she wearing? What is this? What is that? And you don't have to really worry about that being a guy. So it's just double standards, which really kind of sucks. So,
Well,
I mean,
we can certainly talk about the whole issue, you know, in terms of white privilege versus, you know, a person of color privilege. We see that all the time. I'm super keenly perceptive and aware of it as a person of, I mean, most people take me as total white, yet I am not. And so I always find how that comes into play, and I'm like going, really? You know, so I can appreciate these double standards. And there are many, 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 and all of them have their own flavors and their own weirdness and bias and results and so forth. So I get it. And so I do like that this was really diving into it. I'm sure you could do many films along those lines to show, oh, well, we saw it in just, you know, Chennai Express, you know, how the women were treated differently, and certainly the two different brides, how they were each treated so differently. So yeah, you can see this in lots of different ways.
well, thank you for the recommendation. It was really good.
Yeah.
And as always, let us know in the comments. I love reading them, what you guys thought, what were your review, and how many Pani Puri out of 10 would you rate it? और अगर अब तक नहीं किया, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और लाइक बटन पर थप्पड़ मारो.